Show a visit to a school like mine. Valley is a continuation school, and it has a reputation around town as being a bad school and the school for losers. Well, that's just not so. Going to Valley is just about the best thing I've done for my education. Let me read on a bit. I know my attitude towards school has changed completely since I've gone to Valley, and I'm more interested in learning than I ever was. I'm not going to give my name since this could come from any number of students attending Valley High. Sincerely, a proud loser. Well, tonight on San Diego at Large, we're going to meet the proud losers and the school they call home.
San Diego at Large with Larry Himmel.
What would you say are some of the differences between Valley High School and what you would call, and I'll put in quotation marks, traditional high schools? What's the difference?
They treat you like a person. They notice you.
And they don't care how you dress or how you look. It's not in little cliques here.
Everyone's together.
They don't treat you like a student with a number on your back. You know, you're a person here.
You're part of the family. It's like a big family. Everyone loves everyone, and everyone gets along, and there's never any fights.
It doesn't take long to realize that Valley High School is a special place. Everyone is eager to praise it. The students, the teachers, and Bob Lewis, who has been its principal for the past 11 years.
Well, I think the thing that really makes Valley High School special are the students and the staff. We have a very special staff, and the Escondido Union High School District gives me the privilege of selecting staff, and I have some of the top teachers in the district here. And the students are just terrific. They really are. They're sensitive people, they're honest people. They're willing to learn by and large, and many of them come to us with problems. Because they have problems, many of them are labeled as bad kids, and they're just not. They're just not. And they come here, we try to understand them, to give them a strong basis for learning, and they really seem to appreciate it.
I think I understand. Here. Are you starting to feel more comfortable? No.
What were some of the things you didn't like about the high school you were at before? Tell me the things you didn't like.
It was like a prison. I mean, it got to the point where they had cops sitting outside of the driveways at lunch making sure that you wouldn't ditch.
Yeah, security guards all over the place. Pressure, mass pressure on you.
And everybody pretty much got on everybody's case about something. Prejudice.
Yeah, they're immature. They gossip a lot, and here you don't get that.
Yeah, you get a lot
you
of
get
labels.
You're labeled.
You have that kind of pressure. It's like you work, and homework becomes something that you don't want to do, but when you come here and you have your problems worked out, you can get your work done.
Most of the students that come to us do have problems. That's why they're here. They not only have school problems in many cases, but they also have personal problems, family problems, drug problems, self-esteem problems. And they usually come to us because they do have pretty serious attendance and achievement problems in the comprehensive high schools.
Normal high school, they sit there and you say you ask them about a math question or something, they'll say you do this, 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 and this. Now you try it. And you're going, wait a minute, I don't understand. And people here sit down with you and talk to you and go over it and over it until you understand what's going on.
If you have a problem, they try to work it out with you, you know.
So key in that amount, $68.75. Okay, you've just written a check for $6,875. Rather expensive. Get the decimal point in. Okay.
Positive reinforcement is everywhere at Valley, and the words understanding and love are more than just theory here. In addition to classwork that's individualized and based on self-discipline, students can participate in group sessions with counselor Megan Gamble. More on this extraordinary person later in the show. But above all, the foundation of everything here seems to be the mutual trust and respect amongst students and staff.
I try to measure our success based on whether the student, when he leaves us, is a functioning, contributing citizen in this community. That's my measure. Are they employable? Are they sober? That's a big one. We have a major drug problem on this campus. We have a major drug problem in this community. Yes, the kids do get sober here. They get loaded here too. But we have, I find, a good success rate with a lot of kids getting sober, with a lot of kids getting employable, with a lot of kids getting functional in a family setting. And the kids just seem to feel better about themselves once they're here for a while, and when they leave us, when they come in here, when they graduate, or when they're leaving us for another reason, I always ask them, hey, did Valley help you? And it's rare that they say no.
If there wasn't for Valley, who would not be in school now?
Pretty much all of us.
Gone.
Barely come in here around the edge. We'll tape that on, and what happens is, see right now. Is that okay though? Yeah, right now, see how you see light through it? But when you get the paper on it, see how you can't see light through it? Yeah. All right, just now I have to go get the.
Heads down and think for a second about this question. What is a mask that you have worn in your life? Why did you wear it? What did it keep you safe from? Do you need it anymore?
Earlier, I referred to Valley High's counselor Megan Gamble as an extraordinary person. Well, she is.
Okay, a mask that I have worn is one that I'm not scared, or that I'm not afraid of anything. And I've done that so I won't get hurt. And it's just a lie, because every time I get hurt, but no one sees it. And I still wear it. You know, I try not to, and I say, no, I don't. It's like, I don't need to, I don't think, but I still do, because I'm afraid to put it down. Because I don't want to get hurt, so I just block it up.
Megan, profile for me the typical Valley High student.
Well, the way his high school record would look would be an abysmal failure, probably. Mostly from non-attendance. If you're not going to school, you don't earn the credits. And when he or she isn't attending, they're doing things to push away the pain. So the partying is a major focus. Our kids are good at failing, so that's a safe place to be. And, you know, all those F's for me really stand for a lot of fear and frustration and feeling, and no place to put it.
I have a mask of just kind of being the loner, just not letting anything get to me, or just, I don't know, acting all alone and no one's gonna get to me, or acting like I don't care what anybody thinks of me, when really I'm pretty insecure about, I don't know, just what people think of me, and they're gonna think bad of me or something.
The word fear keeps coming up in our conversation. What are some of the fears of these students?
Larry, that's a real tough one, because maybe the biggest fear is the fear of taking a risk to change. And that's a double bind, because the biggest block to change is being scared. What I've got is cruddy, but at least it's familiar crud. And if I let that go, you know, when am I going to have to replace it? It's the same as, you know, the kid that's tremendously overweight. What if I lose that weight and nothing changes? I don't get the love I need or the recognition or whatever. So why should I change? And fear that there's going to be something out there that's going to change their lives. Not seeing that it comes from the inside. That's what keeps them stuck.
I have a mask that I wear. It's the mask that you can't be yourself. You always have to be what everybody else wants you to be. You have to act a certain way, you have to be a certain way. And, you know, you just can't be yourself around people. They don't accept you that way. You have to be like they are. But you always feel insecure in that respect because you're never yourself. You always have to be somebody else.
Thanks, Mark. Just by the numbers and the design of our program, the individualized program that we have here, the flexibility that Bob and the district provide in terms of group and class instruction, we work on them to see that, for them to see that they can become capable and therefore feel more lovable and then get more capable and then get more lovable. And so we're always balancing that mental and emotional, physical, and hopefully on some level a spiritual balance for these kids.
I don't like to cry in front of people. I hold it in as much as I can, and I care what people think about me. And I know, you know, what you're saying. I feel that too. You know, people want you to be one thing, you know, like your dad and mom want you to be the perfect kid, you know, but you're you. You're not somebody else. You're not the perfect kid. You're yourself. There is no perfect kid. You are the kid.
Yeah. But I used to take a lot of responsibility for what happened in that interaction. And then I saw that the difference between a successful psychological counselor and a burnt-out social worker lied in exactly that area, okay? That I can experience you and your situation with compassion, and I care deeply for you. And I wouldn't get in the way of whatever it is you're going to do for anything, because that's your life experience. I got my junk because I can handle it. You got yours because you can handle it. But there are times when you just want to say, you know, I really don't want to see you in here again because we have been doing this same conversation for 6 months and I'm not seeing any movement. And they'll get angry with me. And then we hug each other. And, yeah, I know.
Mine was screw the world.
Go with that in a minute.
Like, don't touch me, don't talk to me. And I didn't talk to anybody else. And you don't have to say anything or be anything, just really closed to other people, especially my parents.
It seems ironic that Megan's surname is Gamble, for that's what she's asking these young people to do. Gamble on themselves. Take the risk of exchanging their masks for self-respect and confidence. And they, in turn, know that with the love and understanding they receive from Megan and Valley High, the odds are definitely in their favor.
A kid came in this morning who has only been here 7 days, all right? He's gone through orientation and has some other friends that are in a group, and he asked if he could join one, and he's had 2 group experiences since orientation. His presenting problem in coming here was that he was totally wasted every day at school. Was in school, in the seat, wasted on whatever he was using. And this morning, he drops off from me 3 creative writing pieces. This was a kid that supposedly couldn't write, couldn't do anything. And the first piece was about drugs. And he talked in this piece about you use drugs to get away, but what you're really after is love. And love can get you high. And I'm beginning to learn to get high on life. Thank you.
San Diego at Large will be right back.
At glitter stores, you can buy...
Come get the best of the...
It's a unique approach because when they come to us, most of them feel that they're not going to get a high school diploma, that they're deficient in credits, that they're a failure. And I try to get them out of that. I tell them many times, I said, you know, if you just came out of the woods, you'd never been in school in your life, you had 0 credits, we can help you out. And at that point in time, if they did have 0 credits, we would say, hey, this is the beginning of the rest of your life. We can help you. Perhaps you won't get a high school diploma in the traditional sense, but we can put you on a path that can lead to success and happiness.
Well, that's our show for tonight. Now, on behalf of all of the proud losers out here at Valley High School, good night.
Good night.
Not bad. Not bad.